can just let go of our week and give ourselves this little gift of our yin practice. So I hope you've got your space nice and cozy, that you've lit some candles, maybe have some incense going. I find creating that space really helps you to put you in the right mindset. Great thing about being at home is you've got lots of props around you, cushions, pillows, blankets. So make sure that you have all of those things close by. We've been focusing on the chakras every week, looking at a different chakra. So this week we're looking at the heart chakra. Okay, so we're going to explore that a little bit this evening. We'll do some little poses that are sort of helping us to open up through the heart center. And yeah, it'll be a lovely grounding practice as always with the yin. So to start with, we're going to sit in a nice comfortable seat. So you can either come into your cross-legged seat, or you can come to kneel like I am. If you have a bolster, you can sit on your bolster or just sit on your pillows. Just taking a nice comfortable seat. And we'll take these first few moments just to close the eyes and just allowing ourselves to arrive here in this lovely space we've created for ourselves. Just taking these first few moments just to really let go of your day, let go of your week, and just begin to drop a little deeper into stillness. Starting with a gentle body scan from the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. Just noticing how your body's feeling right now. And just beginning to connect with your breath. So no need to change the breath, but just become aware of it. Noticing how the breath is moving through your body. Giving the whole of your attention on the breath. To begin to draw your focus now to your heart center, and if you want to, you can place the hands over the heart center. You can keep the eyes closed and just bring your focus to the heart. You can visualize the color green, So working with our heart chakra this evening, Anahata chakra. So Anahata means unstruck sound, or the sound you don't hear. So Anahata is our fourth chakra. It's the bridge where our inner and outer worlds converge. And its energetic job is to help love unconditionally both ourselves and others. So we've moved from the solar plexus, this fiery energy in the belly, and now we're moving a little higher into this more loving Anahata energy in the heart center. Compassion, joy, and forgiveness are the qualities of a balanced heart chakra. Deep within this chakra, we learn to love and accept ourselves. Through our arms and hands, we can give and receive love. And through trauma, rejection, or loss, our heart energy can become stagnant or blocked. So just taking a few deep breaths into the heart center. Noticing how your heart is feeling. So the last 3 weeks we've worked with the lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. The Heart chakra is that chakra that's in the middle of the 7 chakras, connecting the lower chakras with the higher chakras of the throat, the third eye, and the crown. So beginning to move into more of this feeling, emotional space. Working with our sense of love, joy, compassion, forgiveness. I'm going to invite you to take 3 deep inhales through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Nice deep inhale. Letting everything go. Another nice deep inhale. And one last inhale. When you're ready, you can just gently begin to blink the eyes open. So we're going to come into our first Yin pose. It's supported fish pose, so it's a nice heart opening pose to start with. So you're going to need a block for this pose. If you don't have a block, you can use a firm cushion, or you can use a hardback book and just bring a blanket over the book. So we're going to come to lie on our back body. We're going to show you where I'm placing this block. So you want the block, the top of the block to come under the base of the shoulder blades, so the very bottom of the shoulder blades. Okay, so if I have it up here, that's going to be too high. So you want it quite far down, and it should just be under the shoulder blades there. And I'll show you what this looks like when I'm lying down. So I'm going to come to lie on the ground, legs are going to be straight, placing the block behind the heart center. And if you look at my head, the whole back of my head is lying on the floor. Okay, so the chest is lifted. It's a heart opening pose. I'm going to bring the hands either side, palms face up, open to receive. Just make sure you have that block in the right place. So if I have it too high, you'll notice that I'm throwing the head back and going all the way onto the crown of the head and very strong for the throat. So I want to avoid that. So make sure that block is further down so that the back of your head, the whole of the back of your head is comfortably resting on the ground. Okay. So working with the heart center. So our first principle of Yin is we find our edge in the pose. We want to feel that sense of either sensation of either stretching or compression, depending on what pose we're coming into. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being no sensation at all, and 10 being a really strong sensation, we're going to aim for around a 6 this evening. Our second principle of Yin is that once we've found our edge, just aiming to drop into stillness. Resisting that urge to fidget too much, unless of course it becomes too uncomfortable. And our third principle of Yin is that we stay in the pose for some time. So we're working with some poses with 3 minutes and some poses with 4 minutes this evening. Just allowing the body now just to begin to settle, just beginning to get used to this new shape. Focus to your heart center, just gently allowing the heart center to open and relax. in the pose, the deeper the body can begin to relax into the shape. Really important when we come to move out of our yin postures this evening is that you do it as slowly and as carefully as you can, so not causing too much disturbance to yourself. Our aim really is just to slow everything down, even our transitions in between the postures. See if we can make them really slow and mindful. So inviting you to take 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, in your own time, I suggest that you bend one knee, place the foot onto the floor, so you can just lean over onto one side. Just moving that block away and releasing the back body all the way back down, relaxing the legs down. And coming back into stillness. This is called our rebound. Noticing any new sensations in the body. Maybe it feels like there's a lot of new sensations in the upper back, the shoulders, back of the heart space. This is just energy moving around the body. So just noticing how it feels. Seeing if you can really stay present with those sensations. And then when you're ready, just gently beginning to bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet onto the earth. And just giving the knees a nice hug into the chest. Maybe just gently rocking from side to side. And then when you're ready, in your own time, just come in to lie on one side for a restful breath here. And in your own time, you're going to slowly make your way up to a seated position. So I'm going to demonstrate our next pose, which is called Lying Buddha Pose or Reclining Buddha. Nice one for the upper body. So we're stretching out the side body here, side of the body. So you're going to bring that right foot forward and the left foot back. So you're staggering the legs to help you with your balance. You're on the right hip here, and you're going to walk that right hand away from you. So our target area is the right side body here. So you want to feel like you're bringing some degree of stretch into the right side body. So you can walk that hand further away or closer to the body and see where you get a stronger sensation. Remembering that we're aiming for around a 6, so not too strong, because we're going to be here for 3 minutes. You're bringing that left hand down in front just to help you with your balance. So once you've found your edge and you're shaping the pose, I'm going to invite you to gently close the eyes down. And just begin to become a little bit more present with what you're experiencing in your body. Although we're always working with a target area in our yin, this time it's the right side of the body. You will feel it in other areas of the body as well, so that's okay. There'll be some poses that feel really lovely and really comfortable, and there'll be others that bring a little bit more challenge. It's the challenging ones that we can learn from. Noticing if we try to run away from the challenge, or if our mind complains about the challenge or the discomfort. How does our mind and how does our body respond? Can we sit with any discomfort or challenge? Can we be kind to ourselves, compassionate to ourselves when we're experiencing discomfort or challenge? Or does the mind begin to complain? Just getting to know ourselves a little bit better in our yin practice. Very mindful practice. Notice the longer we're in the pose, the stronger those sensations become. Maybe the quality of the sensation begins to change. Noticing that even when we're still, there's movement, there's energy going on in the body. Just taking 2 more breaths here. And release out of this pose really gently, just beginning to come down onto the elbow and the forearm. Just pause in here for a moment. And then when you're ready, just come into lie on your front body. Create a little pillow with the hands and bring the forehead to rest on the back of the hands. Just resisting the urge to move too much. You're going into your rebound pose. Just taking this time to notice if the right side of the body feels any different to the left. When you're ready, you're going to gently roll over onto your left side now. So coming onto your left hip. You're going to bring that left foot forward and that right foot back this time. So on that left hip now. Walking that left hand away from the body. So you're targeting the left side of the body now. This is actually on the heart side. Bringing that right hand in front. Finding your edge in the pose. And once you've found your edge, your shape, just gently closing the eyes down. Might be that your experience on the left side feels very different to your experience on the right side. So when you're in this pose, you can imagine you're one of those reclining Buddha statues that you see in Thailand or Myanmar. Imagining that you have that same sense of peace, Zen-like quality. Maybe even bring in a gentle smile onto your face. Take in 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, you're just going to release down onto the forearm, just for a moment here. Just releasing that side body a little bit more. And then when you're ready, just gently rolling onto your front body, creating that pillow with the arms, bringing the head, the forehead to rest and the back of the hands. So resisting any urge to move at the moment. Just staying nice and still. Just noticing how the sides of the body feel. When you're ready, you're going to gently make your way up into your tabletop. So bringing those wrist creases underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So we're going to come into our melting heart pose. So real heart opening pose. It can feel quite strong, so I'm going to give you an alternative. Okay, so I'll show you first what the full version of the pose looks like. So we keep the hips stacked over the knees. We walk the hands as far forward as you can without moving the hips. And then you're releasing the chin or the forehead down to the earth. If it feels too strong then on the chin, you can bring the forehead down. I'm going to give you an alternative here. What you can do is you can bend that right elbow. So you're bringing that forearm parallel to the top of your mat, bringing the forehead either onto the forearm or onto the ground. So what that does is it takes the pressure off the shoulders a little bit here. So feeling free to take this as an alternative option because we're going to be here for 3 minutes. Just taking these first few moments just to find your edge. If you can allow the shoulders just to soften a little here. This is called a melting heart pose. So having a sense that the heart center is literally melting down to the earth. If you have tight shoulders, you might find this pose a little challenging. So if it feels too uncomfortable to stay in it for the full 3 minutes, and feel free to move out of it back into your child's pose whenever you need to. slowly prepare to come out of the pose now. Just want you to gently begin to press into the hands and the forearms. And then come back up into your tabletop, and you can release down onto your front body. So creating that little pillow with the forearms again, bringing the forehead to rest on the back of the hands. Just taking a moment to come back into this neutral pose. Allowing the body to just grow nice and heavy. Taking 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, you're going to slowly make your way up into your Sphinx pose. So bringing the forearms onto the earth now. So the feet can be quite wide, tops of the feet are relaxing down. And just making sure you have the shoulder over the elbow, okay? So making sure that you're not bringing the elbows all the way back like this, because you're not getting much of a stretch or a heart opening. So you're bringing the elbows forwards, so they're underneath the shoulders. Palms of the hands pressing down onto the floor. That feels too much for the lower back. Feeling free just to draw the elbows forward a little bit. So remember, we're working with the heart center today, our heart chakra. So I feel like you're drawing the shoulder blades down the back, just allowing a beautiful light from your heart just to radiate outwards. And just gently closing the eyes down. So see if you can just keep the chin lifted. You're not arching the neck all the way back, but making sure that you're not collapsing the neck down here. You want to keep that nice space in the throat center and across the heart center. And you can again just gently draw your focus to the heart center, visualizing the color green. Heart chakra carries us through all of our experiences. When we're little, all the way through our lives. Experiences our heartache, our joys, our happy moments, our loving moments. Experiences so much. Visualizing this beautiful emerald green color emanating from your heart center. And when we're working with the chakras, we can also work with our affirmations. We can say these words to ourselves. I can give and receive joy. I can give and receive joy. I am loved and I am loving. I am loved and I am loving. I can forgive myself and others. I can forgive myself and others. So noticing which affirmations resonate with you. I can give and receive joy. I am loving and I am loved. I can forgive myself and others. Taking some nice deep breaths into your heart center. Taking 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, just gently bringing the elbows out to the sides. You're going to release the upper body down, creating that nice little pillow with the hands again. Bringing the forehead to rest on the back of the hands. Resisting that urge to move for the moment, just staying still. Noticing where that energy is moving to in the body. When you're ready, just gently beginning to lift the forehead. Now you're going to push back into your child's pose. So if you like, you can bring the forehead to rest on a block or a cushion. So bringing the knees together, bringing the forehead to rest down, and bringing the arms alongside the body, palms face up. So coming into this counter pose for our Sphinx pose, just helping to release the lower back. And just beginning to draw our focus inwards. Just allowing the shoulders to relax now. And softening the jaws, relaxing the neck. Just taking 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, just gently beginning to lift the forehead. Just coming back to sit on the heels, bringing the backs of the hands to rest on the thighs, palms face up. Just beginning to find that length in the spine, allowing the shoulder blades just to draw down the back. Taking that breath into the belly. And then when you're ready, just gently beginning to blink the eyes open. Looking into our last pose now. It's called Reclining Butterfly. Lovely heart opening pose. So if you don't have a bolster, you're going to bring a couple of pillows and lay them on top of each other. Make cushions as well. I'm going to get you to bring a cushion either side of you. And then just make sure the pillows are fairly high. I'm going to bring a little block underneath my bolster there just to raise it. Make sure you have a blanket as well, so you can bring a blanket over you. So I'm going to come into our reclining butterfly. So you're going to bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet onto the floor. The lower back, the sacrum is pressing against the base of the pillows or the bolster. And it's going to gently begin to lower your back body all the way back down. So you should feel nice and comfy here. You want to bring the hands out to the sides, palms face up. There's a nice opening in the chest here. And then just allowing the knees to fall out to the sides as well. So you've got those cushions underneath just to bring a little bit of support. And you can feel some sensation in the inner thighs. That's not our main target area this evening, so you can make sure that the legs are quite supported here. Bring a nice cozy blanket to place over you. And then just gently closing the eyes. Just allowing the whole of your body now just to grow nice and heavy. Just coming into this lovely, nourishing, restorative pose. allowing the body to feel like it's being held and supported. Allowing everything to relax. Just allowing your body to sink a little deeper. You have the option to stay here in this pose for your final Shavasana. If it feels more comfortable to straighten the legs, and you can just gently bring the hands to the backs of the thighs, guiding the knees together and just allowing the legs to lengthen. So you can stay here in this supported pose, or if you want to come into a more neutral pose, then just taking the time to move your props to one side. It's coming to lie down, just get nice and cozy with your blanket. And just coming into this deep state of rest. While you're lying here in your Shavasana, I'm just going to read you a short poem by Paulo Coelho. Why should I listen to my heart? Why should I listen to my heart? Because you will never again be able to keep it quiet. Even if you pretend not to have heard what it tells you, it will always be there inside you, repeating to you what you're thinking about life and about the world. Why should I listen to my heart? Because you will never again be able to keep it quiet. Even if you pretend not to have heard what it tells you, it will always be there inside you, repeating to you what you're thinking about life and about the world. bring your awareness now back to the space. Becoming aware of the sounds around you. Beginning to bring some gentle movements back into the fingertips and toes. Bringing the arms up overhead into a full body stretch. Slowly beginning to bend the knees, giving the knees a nice hug into the chest. Coming to lie on one side for a restful breath here. And in your own time, keeping the eyes closed, slowly making your way back to a seated position. Bringing palms of the hands together at heart center. We'll take 3 inhales through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep inhale. And last inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, just drawing your focus to your heart space. Visualizing the color green. And saying the affirmation to yourself. I can give and receive joy. I am loving and I am loved. I can forgive myself and others. My heart to yours. Namaste. Thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Heart chakra practices are one of my favourites. I love heart openers, back bends. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get a really good night's sleep this evening. And hopefully I'll see you again next week. And we'll be looking at the throat chakra next week. So I'll see you then. Thank you. Good night.